Well, good morning, YouTube. This is probably going to be a little bit of a rambling video. I'm still in bed right now. It's 9-ish, quarter past 9-ish on Sunday morning. Uh, 45 minutes or so. I've got virtual church online there, and I may end up going to that. I may end up not. I don't know. It's my son's birthday, so my wife is off to Southern Rhode Island to get a cake for him that's made out of donuts from a donut place that everybody in Rhode Island goes to. It's called Allie's Donuts. But the reason I'm still in bed in my pajamas like a bum is I got up to go to the bathroom. You know, you wake up in the morning, you're going to go to the bathroom. And as soon as my foot hit the floor, my entire back just completely locked up. Um, it felt like, honestly, it felt like there were pieces of stone or pieces of cement in my back that were grinding on each other like this. And I laid back down, as I'm sure you can imagine, and have not decided to get up and move around again since because it hurt. And the last time I went to the chiropractor, he said, "Oh, we've been doing this long enough now. We got to get another set of images. We got to get an MRI and consider doing more." He said it might not change things. It might be that this is still the appropriate and proper treatment for it, but it's just more that we're going to have to do. And because of the intricacies of the American healthcare system and our lack of government provided healthcare like every other industrialized nation in the world, our insurance won't cover the MRI unless we drive to the hospital that my wife works for, 45 minutes south of here. So it's, fun times. I could go off on a rant about my socialist and liberal tendencies and how disgusted I am with everything, but nobody wants to hear that. And it'll probably get the FBI looking at me, which I don't want anyway. So, I'm kidding, of course. I'm not that bad. I'm not, crazy. I am crazy, but not that crazy. But, yeah, my son's 16 today. We, at the beginning of the plague, when everybody was still in the massive lockdown and we couldn't leave and couldn't do anything because, 10,000 people have it. Now 500,000 people are dead and we're opening up the country. But during that time, during that time, we got bored and I taught my son how to drive on back roads and dirt roads, so that was fun. Now he's legally going to be able to do it. We're going to be getting him into. He just got his book for the driver's ed there. He's going to be taking that online at some point. And yeah, when I met him, he was 7 years old. When I came into his life, he was six or 7 years old. So it's been interesting watching him grow up. He's my stepson, but he's my son. I've always considered him, to be my son. It doesn't matter that he came from somewhere else. He's mine now, and he's my responsibility, and I love him like I love him, and he's my own now. So it's kind of strange seeing him growing up. It's strange seeing him being able to drive and being able to do stuff. I'm kind of amazed that it's gone this quickly. It's it's gone quickly. Him getting this old and being to this point in in his life. It's cool seeing him growing up like that. I feel bad because a lot of the stuff he's got to do a lot of stuff now because I can't with my back. I can't pick stuff up. I can't do something as simple as the dishes. He's got to do it. So a lot of the stuff that I'm I do, he's now doing, and I don't like that he has to do that. But oh, the little cat's in here now. But one of the little cats is in here. But he's doing well. He's not complaining about it, which is good. I wouldn't blame him if he was, but anyway, he's 16 today, so that's where my wife is. She's going to get the cake, and I don't even know if he's awake yet, honestly, but I don't blame him. It's his birthday. But I am I'm going to try later today to move around a bit more by getting up first thing like that and just having everything lock up was not conducive to continued movement and to motivating movement. So here I am. And we do have power back. We did get power back. We got, it was midnight-ish, a little after midnight, half past midnight, whatever, when the power went off in that last video. And we got up, we got the generator out of the barn and got it running nice and quick, and there were no problems with that. But we only we're on the grid that we're on is one of the main feeder grids for the rest of the villages. It's also the grid that feeds the school and feeds buildings that would be used, the school buildings that would be used as a like a shelter, like a not a fallout shelter, although they do have, you know, the little civil defense signs on the stuff that says more like for if there was a major blizzard and or an ice storm or a major event that knocked out power to a good portion of the area, that's where people could go, and they'd have like cots and, you know, soup and stuff, and they could stay there until they were able to go back to their homes. So we only will lose power. When we lose power, we'll only lose it for at the most 7-8 hours. I mean, where I lived in Vermont, we would lose power for like a week at a time, and that was interesting. But here we'll only lose it for a few hours at a time. At least that's been my experience in the past 3 years here. And it was probably 3:30-ish, and I was texting the pastor across the street. I'm friends with him. We hang out. We'll do lunch once a week, and we read books and talk about them. But I mean, we just hang out in general too. He's a little bit younger than me, and we hit it off when I moved in. He helped me move my stuff in, and we've been friendly ever since. And I was texting him, "Hey, is your power?" Because he doesn't have a generator. He just waits for it to come back on. I'm texting him, "Hey, is your power back?" And he never woke up when the power went off. So I just started looking out the front window of the house, and eventually I saw that the lights were back on. The light that's always on, that he leaves on, was back on. So I said, "Oh, all right, the power must be back on." So I turned the generator off and did the the flip the breakers back on, and all the power came back on. So I was happy with that, and I went back to bed. It was like 3:30 in the morning. I went back to bed, and that was the end of that little adventure. But I am realizing now I probably have to get up again and do some stuff. So I'm going to end this video by saying I hope wherever you are, You are more comfortable than I am, and that God is with you. Thank you.